applying yourself. It's about paying the price. It's about, you know, really going after it. You know, like if you really want it, you go after it. Now, here's another reason why what you guys are getting into right now is so awesome. Because you're your own boss. Come on. You do whatever you want to do, how you want to do it, in whatever way you can make yourself just an average hairdresser, or you can make yourself the best hairdresser in the world. It's all based on what you want to do, not somebody else, not some person telling you how you're going to progress, or, you know, here you're going to work in this cubicle for $10 an hour, and we're never going to promote you. You understand what I mean, you guys? It's like you. And so hairdressing it's an art, and you become a brand, if you know what I mean. You become that persona that you want to create, you know. You guys ever heard of Vidal-Sassoon? Okay, so, and that's another thing. I think that the history of hairdressing has been lost. It's like, more than anything, I want you guys to study up on the history of hairdressing. It's like, how did it, you know, the current age of hairdressing start, and who, you know, and then how did they pass it down? It's all a tree. It comes from like one main trunk, and then you have all these branches that branch out. And if I were you guys, I would say one of the things that I would do if I were you is I would try to become part of that tree. In other words, you know, Sassoon is down here, he's at the trunk, and then there's all these offshoots, and you got to become part of the tree. In other words, you need to attach yourself to somebody close to the trunk. Do you understand what I mean? And they'll take you for the ride. That's how it works in this business. I myself, what I love to do, what I'm most passionate about, is mentoring. Do you guys know what that is? Okay, I like to take hairdressers under my wing and polish them into diamonds. I get a lot of satisfaction out of that. I've taken countless people into my salon and trained them from scratch after school to be champion hairdressers. Because I feel like, I always feel like, you know, I want to see the best in everybody. And I believe that everybody wants to be the best. So it's like when you can hook up with somebody that wants to be the best and you want them to be the best, then it's awesome. You know what I mean? It's so positive. I've been in salons where it's catty and everybody's talking and it's nasty and they're not nice and the clients are bitches, and that's not fun. You want to get in a place where it's open and it's sharing and it's acceptance, and you have a mentor who's like, they don't ever correct you. I never take the scissors from my my student's hand and say, no, you're not doing it right. I say, oh, you're doing great. Let's try this. Let's try that. You see what I'm saying? It's all about encouragement. That's what makes people grow, when you encourage them. And if you ever notice that when you're uptight, you can't breathe. And when you can't breathe, you can't be creative. It's impossible. You have to breathe to be creative. And you breathe when you're like loose and you feel good, you know? And you know everybody wants you to do good. And Stevie wants me to do good. I want him to do good. He's handsome, isn't he? And so, anyway.
Tell him about the.
And finally, I just told him, dude, I can't work with you anymore, man. You're so uptight. Will you buy me out? And he said, yeah, sure. And he bought me out, and then I went to go work in another great salon in Encino called Tony Martin. And then my brother joined me there. But about 5 years after we both started working there, my brother comes up to me and he goes, I'm starting a salon. I'm like, you are? He goes, yeah. He goes, are you with me or not? I'm like, what are you talking about? We have such an amazing thing here, like this salon where we work. We love each other. Everybody loves each other. Our bosses are so amazing. This is great. We have it made here. He goes, no, I'm starting my own salon. Are you coming with me? You little shit. Yes, I'm coming with you. So he goes, I already got $40,000 from Mom. So there we were. We started our first salon on Ventura Boulevard. Do you guys, I don't even know if it's still there. Stanley's, that restaurant, Stanley's? So it was across from Stanley's. This was the craziest place you've ever seen. Back then, nobody had cement floors. Everybody has cement floors now, right?
Yeah.
But if you had a cement floor, you were like a garage, or you're like a pauper, right? You know. We had a cement floor, only because we couldn't afford a real floor. We didn't have hydraulic chairs because we couldn't afford 16 hydraulic chairs. That would have taken all our budget. So what we did is we bought director's chairs, high and low, right? And we created a rack, these racks on the wall where we would rack the chairs on like this. It was super cool. On the walls, it was all mirrored. There was one wall 8 feet high down to the ground that wasn't a mirror, so it made the place look huge. Over the mirrors, we did this one big giant bolt of red neon the whole way around the salon. It's about as big as this room, like this. Our front desk was made out of literally a cement slab, and our chairs were made out of like plastic. They looked almost like from a spaceship. And we just called it Altiery, our last name. And people would come to it and they'd freak out because we weren't like any other salon they'd ever been to. We didn't have stations. And the reason I don't even have stations in my salon today, and the reason when I say I don't have stations, in other words, like this is your station, that's your station, this is your station, I hate that. You know why? Because in school it's okay, but once you get out, it creates territory, and territory creates bullshit between people. You know what I'm saying? And so what I tell my stylists is, the whole salon's your station, man. Do hair wherever you want. So every day we walk in and we do hair in a different station. We have a main cabinet where all of our stuff is. That's ours. And then we just float everywhere. So like if you and I and you want to work together, one day we'll just go work together. So what we did is we got toolkits, those Mac toolkits, Mac tools, and rolling toolkits, metal toolkits, and that was your station. So you could roll it wherever you wanted. So you got your chair, which you could carry. You got your toolkit, and you just rolled because everything was mirrored, and we had a continuous strip of power. You could literally work anywhere you wanted, every day in a different place, every day with different people. It was cool. Nobody had ever had a salon like that. I've never seen one like that, but it worked really well. And we had monstrous energy, really high energy this salon.